Hi, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Lee J, and we're gonna listen to some music today. Ooh, and before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe, like, share button. You know, buttons. There's probably more than one button. Okay, let's start listening, shall we? Headphones? Check. You know you gotta do the headphone check. The title of the song really caught my eye, so let's give it a listen. Fake Woke.
I think it's crazy I'm the one who they labeled as controversial, and Cardi B is the role model for 12-year-old girls. There's rappers pushing Xanax at the top of the billboard, but if I mention race in a song, I'm scared I'll get killed for it. It's backwards, it's getting exponentially dumb. It's more difficult to get a job than purchase a gun. Eminem used to gay bash and murder his mom, and now he doesn't want fans if they voted for Trump. We're ashamed to be American. You should probably love it, cause you have the right to hate it and not get stoned to death in public. As children we were taught how to walk and talk, but the system wants adults to sit down and shut up. Cancel culture runs the world now, the planet went crazy. Label everything we say as homophobic or racist. If you're white, then you're privileged, guilty by association. All our childhood
You know, I just want to ask a question. What is the difference between privilege and a blessing? Really, you know, I sometimes wonder. Let's go back.
Can talk, but the system wants adults to sit down and shut up. Cancel culture runs the world now, the planet went crazy. Label everything we say as homophobic or racist. If you're white, then you're privileged, guilty by association. All our childhood heroes got Me Too'd or they're rapists. They never freed the slaves. They realized that they don't need to change. They gave us tiny screens, we think we free cause we can't see the cage. They knew that race war would be the game they need to play. For people to big teams, they use the media to feed the flame. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old, same songs. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings. I think it's crazy.
Facts don't care about your feelings. They sure don't. They're just facts. Facts have no feelings. They're just facts.
I think it's crazy how these people screaming facts, but they fake woke. Hate their neighbor cause he wears a mask or he stays home. Has a daughter but his favorite artist said he slays hoes. Picks her up from school, music slaps on the way home. Censorship's an issue cause they choose what they erase. There's a difference between hate speech and speech that you hate. I think Black Lives Matter.
Wait, there's a difference between hate speech and speech that you hate. Wow, bars. Nice. That really got me thinking.
What they erase. There's a difference between hate speech and speech that you hate. I think Black Lives Matter was the stupidest name when the system's screwing everyone exactly the same. I just want to spend Thanksgiving Day with food and my family without being accused of celebrating native casualties. We got so divided, it's black and white and political. Republicans are bigots, libtards if you're liberal. There's riots in our streets and it's just getting worse. Y'all screaming deep on the police, y'all are genius for sure. They're underfunded already, they're way too busy to work. Order food and call the cops, see what reaches you first.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, oh my gosh. A lot of his lyrics I could see can be very triggering, and yet he is speaking his truth, and I really, really respect him for that. It takes some cojones, especially nowadays. I can see why people love him. I mean, and he's an indie artist. Props to MacDonald for addressing these issues and addressing it with so much just like head on. He's just so direct.
Segregation ended, that's a lie in itself. That was a strategy to make us think they were trying to help. They knew that racism was hot if they designed it to sell. We buy up every single box and divide us ourselves. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old, same songs. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings. We use violence to get peace this and wonder why it isn't working. That's like sleeping with a football team to try and be a virgin. Politicians are for sale and someone always makes the purchase, but you and I cannot afford it. Our democracy is worthless. If a man has mental illness, call him crazy, say it silently. When country's going crazy, we accept it as society. Get sick and take a pill when the side effects get you.
Wow, that is such an interesting point that he just made. We have to hear this again. This is a bar.
Makes the purchase, but you and I cannot afford it. Our democracy is worthless. If a man has mental illness, call him crazy, say it silently. When country's going crazy, we accept it as society. Get sick and take a...
That is a bar right there. I mean, everything starts with the individual, right? The individual creates the society, creates the culture. Oh, amazing. There's so many bars in this.
When the side effects get you high, you get addicted like these rappers dying fighting with sobriety. Censoring the facts turns our children into idiots. They claim it's for our safety. I'll tell you what it really is. Removing information that empowers all the citizens. The truth doesn't damage points of view that are legitimate. They're trying to change amen to amen and women. How'd we let them make praying a microaggression? Instead of asking God for the strength to keep winning, we cheat to get ahead and then we ask him for forgiveness. Feminism used...
It is crazy that praying or even referring to Christianity is a microaggression. That is wild. That is wild. That's a great line. It's a great observation.
Feminism used to be the most righteous of fights, but these days it feels like they secretly hate guys. I don't trust anyone who bleeds for a week and don't die. I'm just kidding, but everything else that I said is right. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old, same songs. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings.
First off, he dropped so many bars. I don't think my brain could catch up with all of the lyrics. I'm going to just do a quick search and see what the lyrics are for the song. Just the first line in and of itself. Okay, I'm going to read it. I don't have the cadence that he does, but I respect the message and agree that it is true. I think it's crazy. I'm the one who they labeled as controversial. And Cardi B is the role model for 12-year-old girls. I mean, that is a fact. That is a fact. I mean, even this line, we're ashamed to be American. You should probably love it because you have the right to say it and not get strung up in public. There's a reason why people want to come to this country. There's a reason why people want to come here, and they're not, trying to get into like Russia or certain parts of Asia. What's interesting is when I read these lyrics, they don't read as like hateful. I could see how someone would read them and hear it as being aggressive, and there's definitely a tinge of that. But he's not, like, in my opinion, when I hear this, he's not promoting division. He's just calling things out. And if anything, he's calling people to, just open your eyes. Like, look at all these contradictions. He really faces these issues head on, and I can see why he has such a loyal, dedicated following and doing all of this just on his own. Let me know in the comments. I honestly don't know too much about Tom MacDonald. He's popped up here and there in my YouTube feed. I think I did hear that he addresses like political issues, and that's not something that I was very into before. It is something that I'm much more aware of and interested in now. So reading these lyrics, I deeply respect everything he has to say, even if I don't agree with all of it. Just the fact that he is willing to put his true thoughts, true ideas from pen to paper and then to release it and to share it with the public, that takes not only a lot of hard work, but it really does take courage. God, there are so many interesting lines in the song. Wow, even just this line, order food and call the cops, see what reaches you first. Well, I live in LA. I honestly don't order food very often, but I feel like they're pretty slow. And sometimes they eat your stuff. That has definitely happened when I've been with friends and they've ordered stuff. This line, get sick and take a pill when the side effects get you high. You get addicted like these rappers dying, fighting with sobriety. I feel like I'm really butchering his cadence. I need to listen to it again. So sorry to all the Tom MacDonald fans that have to hear me just read it. But I've always wondered that. It's like you get sick, your doctor prescribes you something that is probably much stronger than something like marijuana or, a glass of wine. And you get addicted to this medication, and now you have a new addiction. That just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And yet it happens all the time, every day. Censoring the facts turns our children into idiots. They claim it's for our safety. I'll tell you what it really is. Removing information that empowers all the citizens. The truth doesn't damage points of views that are legitimate. Wow, that is a bar. So that's another bar right there. Unfortunately, most arguments have nothing to do with the facts. They really are just about being right and, just our ego. Our ego wants to be right. The truth is the truth. It's not there to offend anyone. It's not there to make anybody look bad. It's just the truth. What he's saying here, and I believe that this is true, that information is filtered to create a certain narrative. So I could do a really, really deep dive. There's a lot here. This is definitely very different than listening to like listening to some Lana Del Rey, some Carole King, or Taylor Swift. I mean, I love pop music, and this is lyricism on another level. I feel like a lot of what he's saying are just, facts. So I don't find myself to be particularly triggered. If anything, I have a lot of respect for him for saying these things. He doesn't strike me as the kind of person, as the kind of artist who wants to play the game. I mean, he's clearly saying what he wants to say, and I can understand why he is still an independent artist. And also, he chooses to be an independent artist. I mean, he's clearly a very, very smart guy. Like, he understands that everything comes at a price, and perhaps a label deal would come at the price of his freedom of speech. So, props to you, Tom MacDonald. You are speaking your truth, and I respect that. Thank you again for being here with me today and for spending some time together. I hope you enjoyed this reaction video. If you have any facts or info about Tom MacDonald that you want me to know, feel free to leave it in the comments below, as well as any song suggestions, or if there's another artist you want me to check out. On that note, stay healthy, be blessed, and until next time. I've been looking for God in a book. I've been looking for God, 'cause God only knows I feel misunderstood. I've been looking for God in a church. always looking out for God, 'cause God only knows how much it hurts